Welcome to the Highline Criterium. This is day 5 of Speed Week, and I am pretty close to the man over here on the right, Luke Fetzer, in the points. The day before, Union City, I was within a minute, within a point of Luke here. And so now it's grown a little bit. He got 2 places in front of me, so we're a few points apart, enough to where 2 or 3 positions in between us at the finish is going to cause me to go into the lead and him to go into second. But there's a few catches. Luke's got a pretty big team. He's got Richard Holick over there on the left in the green. You can see him leading out Luke right here. This is a point sprint, so we're going for points. Luke sends it through that corner. I was on his wheel, and I hit pretty good power, but I was just not able to come around him at all right here, which was pretty insane. I kind of realized it at this point, and I looked back. My favorite move is to get a little gap on a preem and just go. So I keep the pedals pushing. I'd rather it just be me versus Luke, because man's got a team back there, like I alluded to. He's got Richard Holick. He's got Lucas Burgoyne. He's got Caesar back there. He's got a few guys that can all just keep me from getting away. And here on the left, you might have seen him. He was a flash. Santiago, my teammate, Team Winston-Salem. Santiago's from French Canada. He's from the Quebec area. And he's fast. He flew in, I think maybe the day before. He flew in for Union City. That was his first day, and his bike broke, so we had to get that repaired. So he's still on my win space here. It's getting a little crazy. Santiago's trying to pull stuff back, but there are these gaps that form through this little chicane area, and it was a pretty fun course to attack on. Up here off the front, we've got a few riders, and I'm just trying to keep a hold of Fetzer the whole time, and also possibly sneak off the front if I can. I think this might be Para or Castaneda off the front here. Bikers team, pretty good presence, and it got dark. This backstretch here, there were no real lights, and we're racing into the night, so it is getting very dark. The camera does not make it look darker than it is. We genuinely couldn't see the road. If you were in a pack, you couldn't see the wheel in front of you. And on the right, we have Robin Carpenter sending a pretty big bomb with Holick on his wheel. All the players up here, some Legion guys. We got Preston I there in the green for Flicker. I am on Brian Gomez's wheel, and Garrison and I are having a chat. Garrison says, "You want to go?" I said, "Yeah, let's launch around these guys once we catch them." So I'm going to jump onto his wheel here, and he goes. So we're launching. My teammate Santiago tracked down Fetzer there on the left. Fetzer was in a little breakaway, and now we got a separation. I know this is probably not going to happen. I know Garrison's got a ton of power, but Fetzer's got 3 teammates that can all do a good rotation, pull me back. They're not going to let this go, but we had to give it a try here with 28 minutes left. Into this little back straight. It's still kind of dark, but somebody parked their car there and turned the lights on, which was super helpful. I'm on Lucas Burgoyne's wheel here, and we have some riders who have caught up to us. There's Fetzer. We're all possibly in a break at this point. There was one point in the race where we all separated. And yeah, this actually looks like it might be that. So we've got a few guys here. Fetzer and Burgoyne, 2 teammates. We've got Garrison, he's a hitter. Juan Arango and Jordan Para, both for bikers, are in this little move, and it just keeps separating. It was a hard race, but this would happen. So Garrison would let the wheel go, or someone would let the wheel go, and all of a sudden there's like a gap up there. And I didn't want to bring Fetzer with me for free, so I hit it hard around. Kind of want to get away. Here we are, just pushing it. Brian Gomez is in the break too. There are some strong guys. That was just a little move. Here I am on Cohen's wheel, just kind of trying to watch our Speed Week leader's jersey here on the left. But little stuff was going. Just like this, little gaps forming. That little chicane back there was fun, but I like to attack into this little downhill section. Came around Danny Summerhill right there. Legion brought some more riders this day. I think they brought some guys for the last few days, and you can see that little red tape over there on the little grate, and it was a weird course design option, but I guess it probably kept tires from going into the vertical lines on the grate there. I'm trying to pull back this rider. I think this might be Preston or possibly Garrison. Can't tell with the green. They're going quite hard. Ooh, it's even more surprising. That's Lucas Burgoyne. Normally a sprinter. He sent a little move off the front, and I jumped on his wheel, hoping he would ride with me. You can see another rider off the front there, hoping to track them down. Burgoyne's probably not going to pull with me much. I know that because Luke back there has points. He doesn't want me to get points. We eventually catch that rider off the front. Who? Oh, it's Carpenter. Of course it is. Carpenter's sending bombs. 20 minutes to go in this race. We've got some wild racing going. I'm attacking through this final corner here. You could rail it. It took a while for me to figure that corner out. You could rail it pretty hard. The exit was a little scary because you exited into that curb that looked sharp. But here is a separation. And there's some strong guys up here. You got Robin Carpenter off the front. Burgoyne's there. It's a selection that keeps happening the whole time. Burgoyne's going to sit up, look back there for his newly appointed leader of Speed Week. I just want to keep rolling through, stay with the front group. I was really, he's got his leader of Speed Week. He's got Luke right there. Luke's going to sit up, kind of let that breakaway go. I decided to let it go also. Have to put some more pressure on Luke there. Here we have automatic racing. I think Tom Gibbons was out at this race too. There's my teammate Santiago on the classic WinSpace. Pretty fun bike. He did not like that bike, but that's what happens when you race a bike. For the first time you ever ride it, you race it, and you do some high speed corners, and it's more of an endurance geometry. Race is getting even more bunchy. I wanted to move to the front. I get up to Santiago, tell him to attack. So he sends it into this little chicane section, which is pretty cool. So we're going kind of hard. I noticed it was bunching up. People were really struggling on the back of this race. If you aren't at the front, you could easily catch up through that chicane section, because almost every lap it would bunch up. I did it a few times where I would let a little gap go, and then it would bunch up through that, and you can kind of maintain momentum if that group in front bunches up. You can see Santiago just absolutely sending it on the front there. He was taking that wind space to its limits, coming through this section with the new course lights, also known as probably a pickup truck, lighting up the course. And you can see why I told him to attack. There is this group off the front here. He does quite a big move to pull that back. And we do. We get it back. It is all back together. I knew I wanted a little more points than this. Some guys up there that are in, top 10 in the overall in Speed Week. So if they get any closer into points distance, I'm going to have some trouble. I attack around Ty Magner there into this little right-left, getting up the hill as hard as I can. This is a good place to go. Kind of have a tailwind on this section, and it's fast enough to where people can't really pull you back without pedaling real hard. This, I believe, is the consequential break. I send that corner as hard as I can, going 32, 33 through that. Come up to this group who has decided to sit up. They've got Richard Holick up there. They've got some strong guys, and I just attack right around them. Robin Carpenter, as always, present in the breakaway. So I attack around these guys. 10 minutes to go. We've had a few sprints, but we are officially in a breakaway. See, I'm on Preston I's wheel there. Brian Gomez has made it. Holick, Wanaringo, and that I believe is Jordan Parra there on the right. I jump onto Parra's wheel. Luke Fetzer is in the break also. He's got his teammate Richard. And we're rolling pretty hard. This is a big breakaway though, and the field's coming. The field is getting close to us. So we've got to keep the pace on, but we keep having these little bunch up things happen where guys would stop pulling through. I think Garrison was thinking he was marked, so he would let gaps go, and all of a sudden, up on the front, there's this gap with 5 minutes to go. Nobody's pulling it back. Gomez isn't pulling it back. Parra has a teammate up there, so he's not concerned about it. I have to think about beating Luke, getting one guy in between Luke and I, and the points are back. And so that group just keeps going. So I jump onto Luke's wheel. He wasn't having that. He wanted to be on my wheel. So now we're just following Garrison, who's not showing that he wants to pull it back at all. And that group is gone. That's quite a lot of time. Gomez clearly didn't want it to happen. I didn't want him to get up there solo, so I jumped on his wheel. 2 minutes to go. Ty Magner attacks. He's got Garrison on his wheel. And I know I can't just pull Fetzer up there to him, so we're just bleeding points through the last lap here. The field is getting onto us real quick. I looked back and I could see we had maybe a 5-second gap, so I knew we had to hit it. I didn't want to get, 20th place once that field caught up and we had all been working, so I just go as hard as I can through this last lap. I was hoping I got separation, looking back at it, right about here. Fetzer had kind of gotten onto my wheel. But I knew he had to do an effort to do that because I got a little bit of separation at the beginning. Up that hill, you just got to go hard. So I'm just going to keep the pedal to the metal and sprint as hard as I can through the finish, hoping he cracks a little bit. Just going to keep going hard. I didn't take that corner quite as apex to apex as I could have, but yeah, I'm still pushing the pedals through here, trying not to get caught by anybody, hoping to amp it up out of this thing. Fetzer had beat me in one of the point sprints here. I was hoping maybe we could catch these guys. I'm still hitting pretty good power down through this finish straight, and we're going fast. I'm like, man, I might have this, but Fetzer comes around, gets me for the finish. Danny Summerhill won the race. Jordan Parra, I believe, in second, and then Preston was in third. I ended up 11th, 2 places behind Luke Fetzer, who's still in the lead. Thanks for watching. See you.